Hello everyone, welcome to my first Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. I wanted to have 2 other videos posted before I made something this niche, but while I have made a start on the other 2 videos, they're not quite ready to be posted yet. And now I've reached the first date by which I wanted to have a Galaxy of Heroes video posted, namely the Solstice. It's my aim to have a Galaxy of Heroes video posted on each of the solstice equinoxes and cross-quarter days, so about once every month and a half. In these videos, I will be combining my love of Star Wars with my fandom of trashy European pop music by creating a Eurovision Song Contest style top 30 of all the characters in my roster. If you're not familiar with the Eurovision Song Contest or with Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, let me get right into it and I'll explain how this works. So for those of you unfamiliar with Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, this is what the character roster looks like. There are 8 different types of stats that the characters can be sorted by. Upgrading any one of these stats for any character will increase their overall power. And so it is their overall power that I've got selected first. And this order will also be used to determine any tie breaks that may occur as we tally up more and more points. Each of the different types of stats kind of acts like a country in Eurovision awarding points to any given contestant. So we'll start with giving out 10 points for the highest ranking character in that stat and work our way down to 1 point. So this gives us a ranking which looks like this. Up the top, ranking in first place, we have Mother Talzin, who is the character that I've invested the most into upgrading. Following her is Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker on 9 points, Darth Nihilus on 8 points, Jedi Bastila Shan on 7 points, Ewok Elder on 6 points, Grandmaster Yoda on 5 points, Ahsoka Tano on 4, Chief Chirpa on 3, Grand Moff Tarkin on 2, and Night Sister Spirit on 1 point. Of all the different factions that there are in this game, the Night Sisters, Jedi, and Ewoks are the 3 that I've invested the most into upgrading. Any Eurovision fans watching will know that there are automatic qualifiers each year based on economic contributions to the contest from certain countries. And therefore certain factions in this style of ranking will also get bonuses depending on how strongly they perform. So as well as awarding points to individual characters, I will also be totaling up all the points that characters of any given faction currently have between them. One rule I have here is that for a faction to be awarded points, there has to be at least 2 characters from that faction on the leaderboard. So that's why there are no points for the Sith, Old Republic, or Empire factions, as Darth Nihilus, Jedi Bastila, and Grand Moff Tarkin are the only members of those respective factions currently on the leaderboard. With me so far? Don't worry, if you're not, you soon will be. This is the top 10 characters as ranked by their health stats. So we have Zalbar the Wookiee up the top on 10 points, Mother Talzin at second place with 9 points, the Night Sister Initiate with 8 points, and so on. You'll notice there are a few more Empire characters in the top 10 when ranked by this particular stat. So going back to the leaderboard, we add 9 points to Mother Talzin's score, we add 4 points to Anakin Skywalker's score, we add 7 points to Darth Nihilus's score, 6 points to Jedi Bastila's score, and then Zalbar, the Night Sister Initiate, the Imperial Guard, the Snow Trooper, the Magma Trooper, and Teebo all come in with points that they were only awarded in the health top 10, as that's the only top 10 they featured in so far. When I add all these points up together and readjust the positions of the characters by their points, we end up with a leaderboard that looks like this. So in first place we have Mother Talzin on 19 points, in second place Darth Nihilus on 15, Anakin Skywalker on 13 points, Jedi Bastila also on 13 points. She has a lower overall power score than Anakin does, so she slipped down onto a lower rank than him. Followed by Zalbar Night Sister Initiate, Ewok Elder, and so on, all the way down to the Night Sister Spirit and Teebo on 1 point each. This also gives us a total score of 35 points for the Jedi, 28 points for the Night Sisters, 23 points for the Old Republic characters, 22 points for the Galactic Republic, and 12 for the Empire. I hope you're all following. I hope that all makes sense. I'll continue on to the next stats now, and we'll go through them a bit more quickly, and I'll talk a little bit more about my playing style and what I'm currently prioritizing in this game. So on to protection, and we can see once more that Mother Talzin, Darth Nihilus, and Jedi Knight Anakin are all scoring very highly. The rest of the leaderboard is made up of Jedi and Imperial characters, plus a few others. I've invested quite a lot in Imperial characters during my time, as they are required to unlock R2-D2, who is a very strong character to play with. On to speed, and the higher a character's speed score, the more quickly they can take a turn in any given battle. So right up the top, my fastest character is Darth Sidious. Anakin is the second fastest, so he will have 9 points added to his score, and then Sith Marauder, Qui-Gon Jinn, Geonosian Soldier, and Newt Gunray are characters that I've been investing a lot into much more recently. Separatist characters were required to unlock Padme Amidala in her event, which happened about a month ago. Unfortunately, I didn't get to unlock her this time around, but I'm investing heavily in my Separatist characters at the moment, so that next time she comes around, I'm ready for her. So with those speed scores, that's pushed Anakin into first place on 30 points. And the physical damage rankings are only going to put him further in the lead. He'll get another 10 points from that. A lot of Night Sisters here in the physical damage top 10. Once upon a time, they were the strongest squad in my entire roster. My main Jedi squad is now slightly more powerful with the addition of Anakin's Zeta ability that recently came out in his rework. So let's check in with the leaderboard, and indeed Anakin has climbed up to first place on 40 points. Mother Talzin is sitting in second place on 34, Darth Nihilus on 24, and then Jedi Bastila, Grandmaster Yoda, Night Sister Initiate, Imperial Guard, and so on. Even though up until recently my Night Sisters have been more powerful than my Jedi characters, I have a lot more Jedi in my roster, so their numbers certainly help with giving them a larger score. They're currently sitting first on the faction rankings with 92 points, followed by Galactic Republic on 78. That is mostly because the vast majority of Jedi characters in this game are also Galactic Republic characters. Night Sisters sitting at third place on 63 points, followed by the Sith at 42, and the Old Republic characters at 28. On to special damage now, and we have a few more characters that we've not seen so far in these rankings. R2-D2 comes in at 6th place on this top 10. Old Daka as well, we haven't seen so far. Fallen Bastila Shan, or Sith Bastila, or Bad Stilla, as some people like to call her, and good old Admiral Akbar. This should have pushed Mother Talzin back into the lead on 44 points, and the potency rankings are only going to increase her lead as Anakin is absent from this top 10. We've got Darth Sion coming in at first place for this one. He's not been seen so far. I also find it humorous that B1 Battle Droid is coming in here. It's not my most powerful Separatist character, but somehow it's making its way this high up, despite my having invested a lot more into upgrading some of my other ones, such as Droideka and Newt Gunray. And now on to Tenacity, and Tenacity I've always found is a little bit of a wild card. There's a few characters that randomly pop up here that don't get seen very much in the other rankings. We've got Poe Dameron sitting in first place on 10 points, the IG-100 Magna Guard on 9 points, Jedi Knight Guardian on 7 points, Hermit Yoda on 5 points, Jolee Bindo on 4 points, Greedo on 2, Young Han Solo on 1 point. None of those have been seen elsewhere in this video. And Tenacity is the last of the 8 different stats, which brings us to the final scores. So our bottom 3 of the top 30 are R2-D2, Newt Gunray, and Hermit Yoda, all on 5 points. Followed by Geonosian Soldier, Snowtrooper, and Visas Ma, all on 6 points. B1 Battle Droid, Jedi Knight Guardian, and Grand Moff Tarkin all on 7 points. The Sith Marauder, Sith Bastila, and Old Daka all on 8 points. IG-100 Magna Guard on 9 points. Darth Sion on 10 points. Darth Sidious on 10 points. Zalbar on 10 points. And Poe Dameron on 10 points also. Lot of ties for points in the bottom 3 quarters of the leaderboard. Ahsoka Tano and Ewok Elder both on 11 points in 13th and 12th place. And then going into our top 10, Imperial Guard on 12 points and Magma Trooper on 12 points. Raking up a decent score for the Empire there. Qui-Gon Jinn and Talia both sitting pretty on 13 points. Night Sister Initiate on 16. And our final points tie, Night Sister Spirit and Jedi Knight Bastila on 18 points. And then our top 4, Grandmaster Yoda is on 25 points, Anakin Skywalker on 40. He was in the lead for a while back there, but Nihilus took him over just with 41 points, and super powerful Mala Talzin sitting at the top there on 48 points. Now, there are about 15 more characters that scored points but did not make it into the top 30. All of those characters will, however, contribute their points to their respective factions. However, the faction bonuses will only apply to the characters in the top 30 for the next time I rank my roster. So the way these bonuses are going to work is that the highest ranking faction will automatically give 3 points to each of its members in the top 30 for the next rankings. The number 2 and 3 spots will each give 2 points, and the number 4 and 5 ranked factions will each give 1 point to their respective members in the top 30. So this means that all the characters that you see on the screen that are both Jedi and Galactic Republic will automatically score 5 points before the next rankings even begin. So I hope this hasn't sounded too dry and mathematical for you. I think it's quite fun to analyze my characters this way. Sometimes I'm a little bit surprised at how high or low some of them are ranking. So I hope you're all having a happy solstice wherever you are in the world. I will be back in the next week or 2 with more Star Wars videos. But meanwhile, I'd be very interested to hear in the comments if you also play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and how you like to analyze how powerful your characters are. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, share this with all your friends, and I look forward to nerding out with you in my next video.